Hi, my name is Harsh Jangra, and in this video we are going to talk about protecting the network infrastructure, which is really very important for any organization. Now, first thing first, what is network foundation protection that we are looking for in this video? Guys, network foundation protection is exactly an idea that how to divide your network, or you can say how to categorize your network infrastructure into the smaller part, and then you can implement the better security based on their vulnerabilities, their issues, attacks and all that. And of course, network foundation protections also allow you to mitigate with unknown threats or unknown attacks, which is really very big issues right now in the organization. So let's get started and try to understand that how this thing work. And then of course in this video we are also going to learn that how you can implement a security, and I'm going to share with you one of the example for network foundation protection as well. The first thing about the network foundation protection, now let's guys think about कि if you have the infrastructure and उसके अंदर बहुत सारे components काम कर रहे हैं, my point is that कि आपके network के अंदर switches भी हैं, PCs भी हैं, routers भी हैं, firewalls भी हैं, और some other kind of like application securities भी हैं और application firewalls भी हैं. तो इतनी सारी चीजें हैं. How you can start with it, कहाँ से start करते हैं, और how you can start implementing the security for your infrastructure. And the solution is, guy, the network foundation protection. Now this is a kind of framework that will allow you to make your network and divide into the smaller parts so that हम उसके ऊपर ध्यान से देख सकें कि right now we are on switch. As you know that the switch is on working on layer number 2, तो हम उससे बहुत अच्छे से आइडिया लगा सकते हैं कि now what are the problems on the layer 2 और layer 2 के कौन कौन से attacks हैं, हम उसे कैसे mitigate करें, या फिर उससे related जो भी solutions हैं वो आप implement कर सकते हैं. Same for you can also implement for routers, which is layer 3 device. So guys, the point is what exactly by using for using network foundation protection is here to make your network much better, and you can divide your network into smaller part and apply the security. That's what exactly it is. So in network foundation protection, if you want to apply the security, they divide into 3 parts. Number 1 is management plane. Exactly, this is plane. Plane is nothing but it's a kind of functionality, or you can say function. That's why मैंने यहाँ पर आप देख रहे होंगे कि जो मैंने एक यहाँ पर राइट साइड में जो ये पूरा मैंने पॉइंट बनाया है और एक छोटा सा उसमें कुछ इन्फॉर्मेशन लिखी है आपके लिए, उसमें मैंने वहाँ पर फंक्शन भी मेंशन किया है. सो डोंट बी कंफ्यूज्ड that what is plane. मैं definitely उसको discuss भी करूँगा, and I am also going to explain to you that what exactly the plane is and how you can use this one to make and provide protection for your organization. The second part of the network foundation protection is control plane, and the last one is the data plane. So exactly आपका network foundation protection को जो आपका network infrastructure चल रहा है उसको उन्होंने 3 parts में divide किया है, and we are going to discuss one by one about these all the plane or the functions available in network foundation protection. So let's get started, and we are going to start with now management plane. The first question about management plane. The management plane is nothing but it is a kind of like the way that you can access, or it allows you to communicate with your devices. Now what does that mean? Meaning is अगर आपके पास एक राउटर है या फिर आपके पास स्विच है तो आप उसके साथ कैसे कम्युनिकेट करते हैं, that exactly these all kind of functionality will be covered and managed in the management function or the plane. That's why यहाँ पर आप देख रहे होंगे कि मैंने आपके एक इस इंफॉर्मेशन को मैंने 4 चीज़ों में डिवाइड किया है. द फर्स्ट थिंग, what is the name of the function, then what exactly the meaning of the function. So right now we are talking about the management function, and इसका मतलब ये है कि allow administrator to communicate with the device, which is just now I explained to you. And of course it also allows you to receive all kind of log messages and all kind of report that will help you to check that what exactly is going on in your network. एंड अगर आपको आपका नेटवर्क डिवाइस या कोई भी डिवाइस एक्सेस करना है, सो डेफिनेटली यू नीड टू एक्सेस सम ऑफ द protocols, or you can say some of the better and secure way to connect with them and of course to configure them. And that's why यहाँ पर आप देख रहे होंगे कि I also mention about some of the examples that you can use in management function or the plane. So generally whenever you are trying to change anything on these devices, you always like to use SSH session. The SSH session provides you a connectivity with security. That is the main function of this, and that's why we all love to use SSH, because we know that we can create the security and we can make a security certificate that is also called the self certificate based on the bits. If you are using more bits, the connection will be more secure. And you know that if you are trying to use or access this SSH, we always like to use the latest version, which is SSH version 2, because SSH version 2 protocol आपको allow करता है to connect with the device with better security and a kind of reliability रहती है कि now yeah we are connected with securely and everything is going great there. There are of course other ways like Telnet. Telnet is also the part of the management function, but why don't we like to use Telnet? Because it is not secure. But guys, for your information, nowadays जो ASA firewall, that is adaptive security appliances जो चल रहे हैं right now like 5505 और 5510, तो और जो भी राउटर्स हैं अभी जो अवेलेबल हैं, इवन द switches like 62 series and all that, और जो भी आपके राउटर्स अवेलेबल हैं 2800 series और 1800 series which is also called ISR, उसके अंदर उन्होंने SSH के अंदर बहुत सारी चेंजेस किए हैं. एंड ऑफ कोर्स राइट नाउ आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट Telnet, और आप Telnet को भी SSL मीन्स जो आपके सिक्योरिटी सॉकेट लेयर जो रहती है उसके साथ आप उसे सिक्योर कर सकते हैं. बट स्टिल आई वुड लाइक टू सजेस्ट यू टू यूज SSH कनेक्शन बेटर और rather than Telnet. There's another way you can make connectivity and you can provide better functionality during this kind of changes, that is CCP. Now what it stands for? CCP means Cisco Configuration Professional. Now Cisco Configuration Professional allows you to connect with your old devices from any other like operating system, or you can say any other device which is kind of securely, and of course it also allows you to manage all kind of Cisco based devices just sitting on one particular user interface, which definitely it would be an operating system. So it is really a great idea to work with CCP, and it allows you to connect with HTTPS protocol, which is again secure and working on by default 443 port number. You can change that port number in CCP, but that's what exactly it is. And for the syslog or some kind of log messages, we always like to use syslog server. But guys, as you know that the syslog servers are not at all secured by default. So that's why we have to use out of band network functionality, and we can just use it syslog server for better work. What is the meaning of that? अगर आपका कोई यूजर्स काम कर रहे हैं या बहुत सारे आपके जो नेटवर्क चल रहा है वहां पर आपका डेटा फ्लो हो रहा है, तो मेक श्योर योर syslog सर्वर का जो भी आपने जो नेटवर्क कॉन्फ़िगर किया है, बेटर इट शुड बी सेपरेटेड फ्रॉम द डेटा प्लेन, बिकॉज if the like in your internal जो company होती है, because you know that the internal threats are maximum means available right now in any organization as compared to the outsider attacks, which is almost like 70 to 80% जो attacks हो रहे हैं अभी वो internal आपके network से हो रहे हैं. So you have to keep in your mind, अगर कोई eavesdrop way use करके वो intercept कर लेता है आपके messages को, so he can check it out easily that what kind of credentials you are using by using, because syslog servers आपको allow करता है जो आपके log messages हैं stored on the centralized location, so we don't want that anybody can intercept. So make sure जो आपके डेटा कम्युनिकेशन हो रहा है और जो सिसलॉग की जो कंट्रोल या फिर जो मैनेजमेंट जो आपका कनेक्टिविटी है, इट शुड बी सेपरेटेड, डू नॉट वर्क बोथ ऑन द सेम वे. उसके बाद हमारे पास एक और है जो इट अलाउज यू टू मैनेज योर नेटवर्क बाय यूजिंग SNMP प्रोटोकॉल, which is Simple Network Management Protocol, which is really one of the great protocol. And by default, you know that we always like to use version 3 in SNMP. Why is it so? Because SNMP version 3 provide you by default security features जो कि version 1 और version 2 में नहीं है, and we are not going to talk about that. Now, that's fine, हमारे पास ये ways हैं, but how we can make them more secure if we are using one of the way to like to syslogs, I mean log generations के लिए, या उन्हें securely आप centralized location पे रखना चाहते हैं, तो आप उसे कैसे secure कर सकते हैं. And that's why I create the last column for you, secure, that how you can do that. So the first thing we are going to talk about how you can make it more secure. The first thing is the encrypted management protocol. Of course, right now we just trying to talk about that. If you are trying to make any changes and you are trying to access any of the device, you always like to use security sessions with the help of SSH या CCP. जो भी आप प्रोटोकॉल यूज कर रहे हैं, make sure it have the proper certificate which is allows you to make end-to-end secure connectivity. And अगर आपके ऐसे options नहीं है, now take an example, you are using syslog and all that, so you can create the tunnels. Like tunnel also can protect you from these kind of simple attacks in the organization, at least for the internal purpose. और अगर आप syslog servers जो आपके होते हैं, just like I am working in China and our syslog servers are available in Shanghai, I am in Wuxi location, तो हमें इन सारे जो logs हैं हमें centralized मैनेज करने पड़ते हैं शंघाई में. सो एग्जैक्टली वहां पर हमने एक टनल बनाई हुई है. सो ड्यूरिंग दैट टनल वी कैन प्रोटेक्ट आवर कम्युनिकेशन. सो दैट्स व्हाट एग्जैक्टली द मीनिंग ऑफ एनक्रिप्टेड मैनेजमेंट प्रोटोकॉल. The second thing we are talking about here, that you can provide protection by using AAA. Now what exactly it is? The meaning of first A is authenticating users. The meaning of second A is here is authorization for the users, and the meaning of the last A is accounting for these all users. AAA is one of the brilliant stuff in Cisco devices. It is a kind of model that allows you to make and check all kind of like communication going on the particular device. आप check कर सकते हैं कि कौन कौन से user right now available हैं. आप उन्हें ऑथेंटिकेट कर सकते हैं कि ये यूज़र आपका ये डिवाइस पे कोई एक्सेस ना कर पाए, ये यूज़र कर पाए. सो यू कैन ऑथेंटिकेट any of the user, or if you don't want to authenticate, also you can do that. The second A, the authorization, allows you to divide your users with their functionalities. Meaning, अगर आपके network में, take an example, you have 4 administrators. One is specializes in VoIP, the voice over internet protocol. Another one is in the security, and another one is in the wireless. और जो last है वो, like take an example, service provider में he is specializes in. तो आप एक डिवाइस पे उनका मॉडल डिजाइन कर सकते हैं, and you can assign some kind of authorization कि ये यूजर सिर्फ और सिर्फ VoIP से related changes कर पाए, and accept that you don't want to give any other permission to or authorize to make any changes on the device. You can do that. And guys, the most important thing about AAA is you can not only apply these kind of security on users, you can also apply these kind of security for all kind of administrators, which are network administrators right now I'm talking about. And the last A, the accounting. उसके साथ आप क्या कर सकते हो, किसने क्या किया या करंट सेशन में कौन क्या कर रहा है, उसके लोग आप चेक कर सकते हो, और उसने कितने बजे से लेके कितने बजे तक, मतलब टाइम ड्यूरेशन में उसने क्या क्या किया था, यू कैन इजीली चेक इट आउट. And what is the good thing here, guys? We are definitely going to deploy AAA in our upcoming videos. The next thing in the management plane is the login restriction or the login timeout. Now, why it is important right now to talk about this thing? Guys, it is really very important. If you are working in the organization, definitely you don't want to give the permission to any user to access or make any particular changes on your network device. Now, take an example. यहाँ पर हमारे पास कुछ यूजर्स हैं. Now, this is my one user, ये मेरा second user है और यहाँ पर third user है. Now ये तीनों के तीनों यूजर्स को थोड़ा बहुत आइडिया है दैट व्हाट एग्जैक्टली द नेटवर्क इज, एंड अगर इनको आप ऑथेंटिकेट या अगर आप कोई प्रॉपरली मैनेजमेंट नहीं बनाएंगे देन दे विल इजीली एक्सेस योर राउटर, and then if they want they will speak, hey, I know that about this VoIP, how to implement it. Better you give me the permission to access it, and by default they are authenticated. So that is not a good idea to do that, to give the permission to any user in your organization. So best option क्या है? By using log restriction or login restriction, sorry, you can give the permission only to the administrator who is responsible for to make certain changes. तो इससे आप अपने नेटवर्क को बचा सकते हैं. That is a main thing. The second thing I'm talking about here is the timeout. Now, why the timeout is important? Guys, now take an example. यहाँ पर ये मेरा एक user है यहाँ पर इस particular PC पे, and in this PC is always trying to make changes and trying to get access. and वो कर क्या रहा है? Like he's trying to access or trying to connect with the device, but what is happening here? मैंने डिवाइस के ऊपर कुछ यूजर एंड पासवर्ड क्रिएट किए हैं, सो ही इज ट्राइंग टू गेट द यूजर नेम एंड द पासवर्ड ऑल द टाइम. सो टेक एन एग्जांपल, उसने यूजर नेम पासवर्ड 4 या 5 बार उसने ट्राई किया एंड इट इज नॉट वर्किंग. एंड लेट्स से कि वो यूजर ने एक टूल डाउनलोड किया इंटरनेट से दैट एग्जैक्टली हैव द ब्रूट फोर्स और सम काइंड ऑफ password attack options, like with the cryptanalysis attacks और डिक्शनरी अटैक. जो डिक्शनरी अटैक में एक फाइल होती है जिसमें बहुत सारे पासवर्ड के कॉम्बिनेशन होते हैं और वो ट्राई किए जा रहा है जब तक उसको पासवर्ड नहीं मिलता. एंड यू नो दैट, गेस व्हाट, इट इज नॉट एन गुड आइडिया कि वो ट्राई करता रहे एंड फाइनली ही विल गेट द एक्सेस. सो फॉर दैट रीजन यू कैन क्रिएट द लॉग इन टाइम आउट. मतलब क्या है? लॉगिन टाइम आउट में आप ये मेंशन कर सकते हैं कि इफ अ यूजर और एनीबडी इज ट्राइंग टू एक्सेस और ट्राई टू connect with this particular device within a minute, and in that within minute he trying to make, उसने जो आपके लॉगिन अटेम्प्ट हैं वो 5 बार उसने रॉन्ग यूजर नेम या इनकरेक्ट यूजर नेम पासवर्ड डाला तो ऑटोमेटिकली उसका अकाउंट लॉक हो जाएगा फॉर द time being. So that is really help you out to lock down your router or any of the device for to protect you from these kind of brute force or some kind of attacks. So it is really a good way to do it, and I always recommend to all kind of people those are working in the organization to use this option. Now the next thing we are going to talk about here is the role-based access control. Now what exactly it is? The role-based access control is nothing but to give the permission to the user within the specific area. That means अगर आपके 3 या 4 एडमिनिस्ट्रेटर हैं तो जैसे मैंने आपके साथ अभी डिस्कस किया कि आप उन्हें लिमिटेड परमिशन दे सकते हैं कि दिस पर्टिकुलर यूजर हैव दिस रोल और ये एडमिनिस्ट्रेटर का ये रोल है तो उसको सिर्फ उतना ही आप उसे ऑथराइज करेंगे. सो दैट्स व्हाट एग्जैक्टली इट इज, एंड वी आर गोइंग टू डू इन अपकमिंग वीडियोस बाय यूजिंग AAA and RBAC functionality. The last thing we are going to talk about here is the secure NTP, which is really very important for you. Now why is it so? Let's take an example कि आपके नेटवर्क में यहाँ पर जो ये आप देख रहे हैं कि ये पर्टिकुलर जो सर्वर है, now imagine it is a syslog server, एंड जो ये syslog सर्वर है यहाँ पर हमारे पास जो सेंट्रलाइज लोकेशन में जितने भी जो भी logs जनरेट होते हैं, वी वांट द परफेक्ट टाइम फ्रॉम अ राउटर. एंड जब भी ये सेंड करता है जो भी अपडेट विद द स्पेसिफिक टाइम, वी डोंट वांट कि वो टाइम में कोई चेंजेस हो, एंड दैट्स व्हाई द NTP ऑलवेज वर्क. नाउ फर्स्ट थिंग, जो लोगों को आइडिया नहीं है व्हाट इज NTP, NTP इज अ नेटवर्क टाइम प्रोटोकॉल जो आपके डिवाइसेस के बीच में एक प्रॉपरली सिंक्रोनाइजेशन क्रिएट करता है ड्यूरिंग दिस काइंड ऑफ कम्युनिकेशन की proper timing हो रही है कि नहीं, everything, like if you configure anything from your end, so it should be synchronized and access on exactly on the same time on another device as well. So why you need to use secure NTP? Because guys, right now मेरे साथ क्या हो रहा है कि because in China, sometime whenever I'm trying to log something in Shanghai location, so मुझे इंटरनेट से कुछ प्रॉब्लम्स आ रही हैं कि they just send some kind of spoof NTP messages and वो मेरे नेटवर्क में इंटरसेप्ट करके टाइम चेंज कर रहे हैं, जिसकी वजह से जो सिंक्रोनाइजेशन थी जो शंघाई और मेरे वुशी लोकेशन के बीच में हो रही थी वो प्रॉपरली नहीं हो रही थी. सो आई जस्ट इम्प्लीमेंट secure NTP in between that, and after that I provide the credentials in between these devices based on secure NTP, and उसके बाद everything is working perfectly fine. So guys, these are the ways you can protect and secure with a management plane. Now in the next part we are going to talk about the control functions. Now what exactly it is and how exactly this work for you in your organization. जब भी आपका कोई राउटर या किसी प्रोसेस को कंप्लीट करने के लिए सीपीयू को यूटिलाइज करता है, या नाउ टेक एन एग्जांपल कि जैसे कि आपने एक राउटिंग प्रोटोकॉल को कॉन्फ़िगर किया है एंड वो जो पीरियोडिकली अपडेट्स रहते हैं, या जब भी कोई दो राउटर्स एक दूसरे के साथ राउटिंग टेबल्स में जो अपडेट्स रहते हैं उनको एक्सचेंज करते हैं, या फिर कोई SSH सेशंस को कनेक्ट करता है एंड इज ट्राइंग टू मेक चेंजेस ऑन द राउटर्स. इन दिस ऑल सिचुएशन जो सीपीयू की यूटिलाइजेशन हो रही है वो इन्वॉल्व होती है. सो इन दैट सिचुएशन द कंट्रोल फंक्शंस वर्क. सो उसे हम कंट्रोल फंक्शन कहते हैं. सो रिमेंबर दैट जो भी प्रोसेस आप कर रहे हैं, either it is related to make changes on the router, या स्पेशली आप कोई कॉन्फ़िगर कर रहे हैं, लाइक आप फेल ओवर क्रिएट कर रहे हैं तो उसमें भी उसको प्रोसेसिंग की ज़रूरत है. सो एनीथिंग इज रिलेटेड इन विच योर CPU is involved, that will be a part of control function, the first thing. So here I have some of the example for you, that the first thing about like routing protocol updates जो मैंने अभी आपके साथ शेयर किया कि जब भी आपके routing protocols update रहते हैं, so in that all the updates the CPU की utilization always रहती ही रहती है. एंड उसके साथ साथ जो keep alive जो updates हैं या periodically जो updates हैं उसके अंदर भी आपका routers की processing always use होती है. So make sure in this all kind of situation the control function works. And of course in the third one is like the traffic directly to the IP address of the router. Now I have configured, like take an example, any of the, like I connect with the ASA firewall or I connect with the internet, and जो मेरे जो servers हैं या जो DMZ location में जो हमारे user या जो servers whatever it is there, तो वो जब भी आपको इंटरनेट के किसी वेब सर्वर के साथ कम्युनिकेट करना है, सो दे ऑलवेज हैव टू सेंड द रिक्वेस्ट एंड अपडेट टू द राउटर. सो एग्जैक्टली जो ट्रैफिक हो रहा है इट इज गोइंग टूवर्ड्स टू द राउटर. सो वो जो प्रोसेस है उस प्रोसेस को कंप्लीट करने के लिए इट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट कि आपका कंट्रोल फंक्शन properly work करना चाहिए and should not be used the more CPU during these kind of thing, because ऐसा बहुत बार रहता है especially from my internal users, because they don't know anything about malicious codes or tools software. तो बहुत सारे लोगों को देखा है मैंने, and I want to tell you in China the people likes to use QQ. Now QQ is a kind of messenger or kind of way that people are communicate here, and even the organization also authenticate these all users to use these kind of messenger to even like use the business communication as well. So मेरे साथ ये बहुत बड़ी problem होती है कि whenever they are trying to download the QQ from the internet, sometime उसके अंदर malicious codes होते हैं and they will generate tons, even millions of requests, and when it comes to the router, तो router उन्हें analyze नहीं कर पाता and CPU की utilization बहुत ज़्यादा increase हो जाती है. What is the result after that? The whole network shut down automatically after that, because he is not about to analyze all the packets or some kind of requests. तो ये हमेशा से मेरे साथ problem रही है यहाँ पर. Now if you have these kind of situation, now how you can provide security to that? So that's what we are going to talk about here. So you can do one thing, you can authenticate these routing protocol. Now what exactly the meaning of this? Now let's say guys, यहाँ पर मेरे पास router है. Now take an example, I also have another router. ये दो routers आपस में इन्होंने EIGRP, if it is a Cisco network या फिर कोई दूसरा network है, whatever I mean to say, protocol उन्होंने use किया like OSPF या RIP. जो भी routing protocol use किया है, ये क्या कर रहे हैं, एक दूसरे के साथ जो routing जो टेबल्स है उसमें जो अपडेट्स हैं या जो आईपी एड्रेस या डिफॉल्ट रूट्स हैं वो एक दूसरे के साथ वो एक्सचेंज कर रहे हैं. नाउ लेट्स से कि ड्यूरिंग दिस एक्सचेंज यहाँ पर एक बोगस राउटर अवेलेबल है. बोगस मीन्स अ काइंड ऑफ फेक राउटर, एंड उसके अंदर कुछ उन्होंने डिफॉल्ट रूट क्रिएट किए हुए हैं, एंड ही इज सेंडिंग द सेम काइंड ऑफ अपडेट्स टू दिस राउटर. नाउ व्हाट एग्जैक्टली हैपन, वो आपका प्रॉब्लम क्रिएट करेगा, बिकॉज वेन एवर योर रिक्वेस्ट और योर ट्रैफिक सेंड टू दिस लोकेशन, तो वो डेफिनेटली इट्स गो टू द बोगस राउटर एंड यू कैन इजिली इंटरसेप्ट दैट what kind of messages is going on, and if using some kind of eavesdropping way to intercept and check your like network access, तो easily he will get to know कि कौन से particular port से या कौन से particular IP address से request आ रही है, या फिर particular user या फिर कोई भी web server कौन से particular destination पे communicate करने की कोशिश कर रहा है, which is really a big problem for any kind of network. Now you can use the way called authentication. And what exactly the meaning of that? The authentication means what? You can create some kind of credential between this router and of course in between this router. So आप specify कर सकते हैं कि अगर ये proper credentials दोनों routers पे available हैं, so definitely they can share their routes or they can share their updates with each other. But अगर कोई bogus router is trying to intercept or trying to share their own updates, please do not accept this thing by default. Because why? आपने जो credentials apply की हैं, जब तक आपका जो router या bogus router वो credentials को apply नहीं करता या mention नहीं करता, वो update नहीं लेगा. And guess what? That bogus router definitely don't know about your credentials until unless you do not share with any other third person, or I mean that guy like जो भी, because कभी कभी होता है we will just share with another guy and he will tell somebody else and he will try to intercept all the things. So make sure you always use the authentication methods in between the routing protocols. Now the next thing I want to talk about here is the control plane policing, which is really one of the cool feature in the routers or any kind of network device right now we are working. And guys, we are also going to demonstrate, means I'm going to demonstrate one of the example for the control plane policing and the protection. Now first thing first, what exactly it is and how this thing work in your network. The control plane policing and the protection features allow to take your router to the next level. That will what exactly provide like your security from the internal. Now what exactly the meaning of thing? यहाँ पर imagine कीजिए कि आपके पास ये user है. Now this user just downloads some of the tool from internet, and वो कर क्या रहा है, because that tool has some kind of like fake or some kind of malicious code, जो क्या कर रहा है, आपके साथ sync करने की कोशिश कर रहा है. Not only syncing, it will trying to do the three-way handshaking process, and with this one he's trying to send almost 10 million requests to the router. In the same way, ये user यहाँ पर है, and ये user क्या कर रहा है कि कोशिश कर रहा है trying to communicate with the router by using 10 million of ICMP requests, which is possible if it have or it is affected from the DDoS attack. You know that the denial of service attacks is one of the very common nowadays, and सबको पता है इसके बारे में. And in these both situation, imagine कीजिए कि उसके पास like three-way handshaking की भी और ICMP की भी request आ रही है, तो definitely by default the router could not able to process or handle that many requests. तो exactly control plane policing and protection feature करता क्या है, ये limit create कर देता है on the router. मतलब अगर 10 million request आ रही है तो उसको बोलता है hold on, मैं इतने रिक्वेस्ट को हैंडल नहीं कर सकता बिकॉज आई हैव अ पॉलिसी। उस पॉलिसी में मुझे सिर्फ इतनी लिमिट दी गई है, उससे ज़्यादा मैं आपके पैकेट या आपकी रिक्वेस्ट को एनालाइज या रिस्पॉन्स या रिस्पॉन्ड नहीं कर सकता हूँ। सो दैट इज़ रियली वन ऑफ द कूल फीचर इन द डिवाइस, एंड दैट इज़ वाई यू कैन इम्प्लीमेंट एंड you can make your network much better and more secure by implementing control function. And guess what, guys, in this video I'm going to demonstrate also that how you can control these kind of issues, these kind of requests, how you can limit them. So हम इस particular video में करेंगे. Now that to be all about this particular element of the network foundation protection. Now we are going to talk about next one, that is the data plane. Now what exactly the data plane element in network foundation protection, and after that we are going to jump in the practical. So let's try to understand that what is data plane right now. The data plane function is a kind of like a kind of forwarding, or it will it is responsible for you to forward all kind of requests from all kind of sources which is available in your network to the another place, or means the destination, whatever it is. What I'm trying to say here, that data function, all the plane is responsible for to move or forward all kind of packet is generating from any kind of source from your network, and it is also responsible for to transit that all the packet to another device which is exactly our destination. Now how this thing work in this, so let's talk about this right now. And first thing first, I want to tell you with an example that what I'm trying to explain in the data plane. Now take an example, this particular user is trying to access this particular web server on the internet. So ये user क्या करेगा exactly? Definitely he will send his own request to this switch, and generally in a default way the working of this one is what he will send the request from this particular switch and forward all the requests to the router. Now from this router he will send to the firewall, and this firewall again forward your request to the destination. So this is the by default working with this particular communication. And in the data function, it is always very important that whenever it is forwarding your request from the source to the destination, we always have to worry about some kind of interception, spoof, that we don't want that anybody can intercept it, and it should not be spoofed, or means a kind of उसकी जो destination या source addresses हैं, मैं नहीं चाहता कि वो कोई change कर पाए. So that's why we have to keep in our mind that how you can work with it. So just like this, I mentioned in this one also that it is responsible for moving and forwarding your packet, and definitely all kind of traffic that the device is forwarding, it should be in between from source to the destination. Now that's fine कि अगर वो ऐसे processes कर रहा है in data function, that is absolutely perfect for me. But आप उसे secure कैसे करेंगे? So let's talk about that right now. So the first thing first, in data plane you can implement, and we always love to do on any of the network device, to implement ACLs, which is access control lists. And definitely if you are working on IP version 4, you have to implement access control list for IP version 4. If you are working with IPv6, you have to use and implement access control list with IPv6. Now that is a very basic thing जो आप लोगों को already idea होगा. The second thing I'm trying to talk about here, STP safeguards. Now आप लोग सोच रहे होंगे कि STP, now why we should worry about spanning tree protocol here? Now guys, yes, it is one of the very messy thing in the network when you are working in a huge switch network. जैसे कि आप जानते हैं कि it will allow to work with the switch, and उसमें जो loops create होते हैं उनको ये prevent करता है. लेकिन कभी कभी कुछ ऐसे users होते हैं, they will try to spoof STP, especially in my location जो मैं आज से it was around 2009 when I was in India, and I was trying to just create a secure network for the organization. तो कुछ दिनों के बाद they called me up and they said, hey Harsh, our switches network is not working, we are not about to connect with the internet. So एक इंटरनल यूजर के कंप्यूटर से बार बार एक स्पूफिंग, एक काइंड ऑफ रिक्वेस्ट जनरेट हो रही थी, एंड दे स्पूफ्ड एसटीपी नेटवर्क. नाउ हाउ दे कैन डू इट, how they can do that. So guys, I hope you heard about BPDU. By using BPDU you can you can send some kind of request with it, and it will create the issues on the network. And that is why we always like to use STP safeguards like BPDU guard, root guard, that will allow you to protect from these kind of situation. Now let's say I don't really believe on this guy, means यहाँ पर जो ये user है, I don't believe on this guy. He's a nice guy, but I don't believe on this guy. And ये कर क्या रहा है? With this BPDU, he's trying to spoof my MAC addresses, the source MAC addresses, that is millions of MAC addresses with almost 10 million requests. वो कर क्या रहा है? Try to understand me again. मैं यहाँ पर ये कहना चाह रहा हूँ कि ये यूजर 10 मिलियन रिक्वेस्ट सेंड कर रहा है टू द स्विच विद सोर्स, और यू कैन से स्पूफ सोर्स मैक एड्रेसेस जो ऑलरेडी स्पूफ किए हुए हैं. दैट इज मीन्स व्हाट, आपकी जो 10 मिलियन रिक्वेस्ट है, वैसे तुम, आई नो दैट दिस इज ओनली वन डिवाइस, लेकिन वो लॉजिकली क्या कहना चाह रहा है, जो मेरी 10 मिलियन रिक्वेस्ट है वो अलग अलग मैक एड्रेसेस से जनरेट हो रही हैं. And I hope you can understand easily. अगर वो 10 million request हैं, तो switch is not about to make it properly because of the reason he will say, hey, sorry, वो मतलब अपने हाथ खड़े कर लेगा switch and said, I cannot manage that many requests with the source MAC addresses. I cannot recognize, I cannot about to identify that many things. So वो problem create कर सकता है. So what you can do in that situation, वहाँ पर आप यूज कर सकते हैं पोर्ट सिक्योरिटी, बिकॉज इन द पोर्ट सिक्योरिटी यू कैन असाइन कि वो ओनली 2 या 3 मैक एड्रेसेस को ही एक्सेप्ट करे, एंड मोर देन दैट इफ इट इज अवेलेबल, he said to the particular PC कि sorry, I cannot access it, I cannot understand, and I do not recognize you. So it is really one of the good thing that you can implement your port security in the organization. And I hope most of you have already the idea of the port security, because वो CCNA route and switch जो आपके concepts हैं उनमें already आता है. Now let's talk about the firewalls. As you know guys, a router have a basic software firewall solution available by default. So you can use that, you can implement security even just a little bit better by default. I know that it is not a powerful solution for any of the enterprise, but yes, for the SMEs, the small medium kind of small organization, you can implement your firewall, and you can just create some rules. You can use the basic functionality of the firewall. But if you want to harden your firewall, so better, I always recommend to the people to use ASA firewall from Cisco, which is one of the great firewall, and we are going to talk about this ASA firewall in upcoming videos as well. But right now what I'm trying to talk about here कि अगर आप firewall use कर रहे हैं, it will analyze your all the packet, and it will check it कि everything is going proper, and जो भी आपने access control list apply की है सब ठीक तो चल रहा है and all that. So that's what exactly it is. Now let's talk about the last thing is IDS and IPS. Now why we need this right now? Now I am trying to give you one example. Please उसको अच्छे से समझने की कोशिश करना. Now let's say कि आपने एक रूल बनाया in ACL, and you also implement firewall, ASA है, सब कुछ ठीक है, and you know that by default you have to allow 80 number port for some kind of communication or some kind of, you can say, to access some of the website जो आपके internal website हैं या जो already आपके network में deploy है या दूसरी location में available है, you want to access them, तो आपको 80 number port always allow करना पड़ता है. So that's why you create an access list, और उस access list में आपने mention किया कि जो TCP port है 80 नंबर के लिए वो ओपन कर दिया जाए और यू जस्ट गिव द परमिशन टू एक्सेस 80 नंबर पोर्ट. नाउ टेल मी गाइज, आपको कैसे पता कि उस 80 नंबर पोर्ट के थ्रू सिर्फ आपकी जो ऑथेंटिकेट रिक्वेस्ट ही जा रही है? व्हाट आई एम ट्राइंग टू से, जो पेलोड होता है, पेलोड इज अ काइंड ऑफ यू कैन से सम काइंड ऑफ बिट्स अवेलेबल, क्या वो रियली 80 नंबर पोर्ट के लिए है? उसके अंदर कोई मलिशियस कोड नहीं है? सो दैट्स is the main point, that where we have to use IDS and IPS. The IDS, the intrusion detection system, and intrusion prevention systems works together, and they will identify these kind of malicious codes, and it will provide you a kind of protection from these kind of attacks. And that's why it is also called to enable some kind of layer on the router. And guys, for a good thing, I want to tell you, for the latest all kind of Cisco devices, you can implement the basic functionality of IDS and the IPS on a same router. You don't need to purchase a dedicated IDS IPS for that. That is a good sign for us. So guys, that is a basic idea for all the three elements of network foundation protection: the management plane, control plane, and the data plane. Now we are going to talk about one of the important thing, that is control function. Now take an example. If you want to implement a security, so what are the point you have to remember? So I want to tell you that by default जो Cisco है, उन्होंने कुछ एक kind of naming systems बना रखे हैं. Now what is that naming system? Let me discuss with you right now. They like talk about C3PL. Now what is C3PL? The C3PL means Cisco Common Classification Policy Language. It's really a very huge name. The second framework they provide or they use called MPF. Now what is MPF? It is Modular Policy Framework. And they also have the third naming system or convention is MQC, the Modular Quality of Service Command Line Interface. Guess what guys, ये जो तीनों जो मैंने अभी आपके सामने नाम लिए हैं, इन तीनों का मतलब और मीनिंग सेम है. इन तीनों का मतलब ये है कि if you want to implement and you want to secure your network, you have to use three very important things. Number one, class map. The class map will identify the traffic, whatever is going on, which is coming or going outside your network. So that is the main use of class map. उसके बाद second आता है, that is called policy map. Now the use of the policy map is to take action, means जो भी आपका traffic है, जो भी inside network में traffic है या जो भी आपका outside network में traffic है, उसके ऊपर action क्या लेना है? Means you have to drop the requests, you have to drop the connection, you have to drop the sessions, या फिर आपको allow करना है sessions को, या you wanna police means you wanna like just check that what exactly going on, जो अभी current process चल रही है आपके sessions की. So you can like you know उसके ऊपर जो action लेना है, that is decided by policy map. And the third and a very important called service map. Now the service map will allow your network device to apply the security or these kind of actions on a particular point. I mean you want to apply this kind of permission on an interface, या फिर आप किसी पर्टिकुलर लाइक पूरे नेटवर्क पे अप्लाई करना चाहते हैं और योर स्विच नेटवर्क पे अप्लाई करना चाहते हैं. सो वेयर एग्जैक्टली यू वांट टू अप्लाई योर सिक्योरिटी, दैट विल बी कवर्ड बाय सर्विस मैप. So remember guys, these three things will work together, and in this video means we are going to like demonstrate one of the small example for these all three things. But I want to tell you, हमारी जो आने वाली वीडियोस हैं उसमें मैं continuously ये तीनों चीज़ें means class map, policy map and service map को use करूँगा again and again, because it is really one of the great functionality on the devices on the Cisco devices especially, which really allows you to make your network security much better. So let's get into this and let's try to understand that how this class map, policy map and service map is working with a small demonstration. So let's get started. In this demonstration, we are going to configure the basic functionality of the class map, policy map and service map, which is exactly coming under the control functionality, or it is also called the control plane functionality. In the control plane functionality, we are going to talk about right now how to create the policy for this, and then how you can improve the protection within this by using some of the features. And हम क्या करने वाले हैं इसमें हम पॉलिसी जो क्रिएट करेंगे उसमें हम लिमिट देंगे हमारे ICMP की जो रिक्वेस्ट हैं उनको, कि अगर कोई ज़्यादा बड़ी रिक्वेस्ट को या फिर बहुत सारी रिक्वेस्ट कम्युनिकेट करना चाहता है राउटर्स के साथ, it will deny that all and it will only accept the limit which we are trying to give in this scenario. So exactly for this guys, मैंने यहाँ पर already क्या कर रखा है, यहाँ पर मैंने already एक network scenario बना रखा है आपके लिए. So in this network scenario, I have one firewall which is connected with internet, and उस firewall के साथ मेरा एक interface also connected है आपके routers के साथ. And that router is connected with the three different part. The first part is connected with the ASA firewall, क्योंकि जो हमारा इंटरनेट का ट्रैफिक है वो बाय ASA जा रहा है, and I configure the basic functionality of our ASA. And उसके बाद one interface is connected with DMZ network, which is demilitarized zone, in which all the servers are working, like DNS server होता है, DHCP है या network access protection server configured है, जो भी है whatever emails, तो वो सारा उसमें connected है. Everything is great here. And उसके बाद एक interface हमारा connected है Cisco Security, which is exactly the host जो इस demonstration में हम use करने वाले हैं. By default in this demonstration I am using Windows XP. You can use any of the operating system you like to use. उसके बाद आपको सबसे पहले क्या check करना है? You have to check the communication from ASA firewall to the router. क्या वो properly communicate कर रहा है by default? अगर नहीं, then you have to do it carefully. So let's jump into the firewall and check everything is going great or not. So I want to tell you guys the IP address for the router here is 192.168.1.1. Let's check कि वो properly चल रहा है या नहीं. Press enter, and yes, we are easily able to communicate with the router by default. Now it have the limited packet and he is sending only 5 requests with 100 byte, which is, this is also called the ICMP echo. As you can see here, the messages is available for you. Let's say कि अगर मुझे ज़्यादा packet send करने हैं तो मैं कैसे करूँगा firewall के through. तो first type the IP address to whom you want to communicate. उसके बाद the command है repeat. उसके बाद कितनी request आप test करना चाहते हैं या आप कितने जो आपकी रिक्वेस्ट हैं ICMP की वो सेंड करना चाहते हैं. सो मैंने 1000 मैंने यहाँ पर मेंशन किया है. लेट्स चेक क्या उसमें से हमारी कोई रिक्वेस्ट लॉस हो रही है या नहीं. लेट्स चेक इट आउट. प्रेस एंटर. तो वो कंटिन्यूसली चेक करेगा कि हमारे 100 बाइट्स के अंदर जितने भी हमारी रिक्वेस्ट है वो प्रॉपर्ली सेंड हो रही है और कितने पर्टिकुलर रिक्वेस्ट का रिप्लाई हमें आया है. सो एज यू कैन सी इट इज कम्युनिकेटिंग आउट ऑफ 1000. दैट मीन्स एवरीथिंग इज गोइंग ग्रेट, एवरीथिंग इज वर्किंग प्रॉपर्ली, connected properly. So there is no issue in between firewall and router communication by default in this scenario. Now let's go back on our host, that is Cisco Security, and try to check कि उसमें क्या है. मतलब क्या वो routers के साथ जो हमारा management router है क्या उसके साथ वो properly communicate कर पा रहा है या नहीं. So let's go back to the router which is here, and first thing first we will try to go to CMD. एंड यहाँ पर हम सबसे पहले better I should enlarge, और मैं इसको थोड़ा बड़ा कर लेता हूँ ताकि we can see everything properly. So पहले मैं चेक करता हूँ कम्युनिकेशन का राउटर के साथ. तो by default IP address of the router is 10.0.0.1, which is connected to Cisco security host, which is this one. So press enter, and we can check the communication. By default actually reply आया, उसके बाद request timed out, again reply and again reply. Let's try one more time. 1 2 3 4. That's great. So everything is going perfect here, and let's check with the IP address that what kind of setting we have on this machine. तो मैं बताना चाहता हूँ, yes, we have the IP address 10.0.0.2 and the default gateway is 10.0.0.1, which is the interface IP address of the management router in our scenario. But I want to tell you guys, let's share even more information with you by using ipconfig space /all command. Press enter, and I want to show you कि by default मैंने DHCP configure किया हुआ है router के ऊपर, and that's why it is showing us that DHCP is enabled here. Yes, it is enabled, and that is why it is showing us the DNS suffix called testlab.com, and उसने हमें IP address दिया है, default gateway है, and of course we have the proper DNS servers as well, which is 8.8.8.8, the public address for the Google. Let's try to ping with this. क्या हमारा easily resolve कर पा रहा है इसको या नहीं? So press ping with 8.8.8.8, press enter, and yes, we are easily able to communicate with that, and it is about to resolve the DNS IP address also. And let's check with the website, I mean the communication over the internet, क्या हमारी ये virtual machine communicate हो रही है internet के साथ या नहीं? And of course we are, means everything is set up properly and everything is going great here. So now what we have to do in the next step, we have to create some policy related to the class map, policy map, and all that. And yeah, one thing more I want to, oh, don't send Microsoft. I just always worry about this old stuff. So just want to show you that if I'm trying to communicate with -T and trying to communicate with the continuously communication with the router, क्या वो हो रहा है? And you can see right now, yes, we are easily able to communicate continuously with the router without losing any packets. So exactly, बाद में हम जब ये result check करेंगे after creating our policy, then you can feel the difference during these kind of communications. So let's start configuring our management router here, and let's jump to the management router. So first thing first, I want to show you the interfaces जो मैंने यहाँ पर configure कर रखे हैं. So show interface, show IP interface brief. So यहाँ पर आप देख रहे हैं कि हमारे कुछ interfaces configured हैं. Ethernet 1x0, fast Ethernet 2x0 and 2x1, and they all are connected properly. Now let's jump into the configuration mode and try to create some policy map, so that we should, class map first. So we should have to use it later. So type the class map command, and उसके बाद आपको जो भी नाम देना है, ICMP map or ICMP name, आप जो भी name देना चाहते हैं, I'm just going to give the name ICMP map in capital because मैं कोई confusion नहीं चाहता हूँ later. So just type this one and press enter after this. उसके बाद आपको करना क्या है? Yes, before to do this, what you have to do, you have to create access list, because हमने ICMP packets को, I mean to say, हमने allow करना है ICMP packet को. So you have to give permit, you have to give the permit to ICMP packet from any source to any destination. This is the first thing you have to do in this. जैसे ही आपकी create होती है, now you go back to your class map, and then you have to type like match access group, जो भी आपने अभी policy बनाई है, that is of course here is 100. तो यहाँ पर आपको वो type करनी है, and once you type that, आपकी class map के साथ आपका जो access list है उसका rule जो है वो connect हो गया है properly. I mean, you understand my point, I guess. So once you do that, let's finish this up. Then in the next step you have to create policy map. उस policy map में आपको नाम देना है, like I will give ICMP map policy, मतलब मैं उसकी जो अभी एक नई पॉलिसी बनाने वाला हूं उसके अंदर. सो टाइप दिस वन, देन टाइप क्लास, एंड क्लास के बाद आपने जो यहां पर नाम दिया था क्लास मैप का, बिकॉज वी आर गोइंग टू क्रिएट अ पॉलिसी इनसाइड दिस क्लास मैप. सो यहां पर अभी हमने करना, तो टाइप ICMP, उसके बाद मैप इन द ऑल द कैपिटल एंड प्रेस एंटर. उसके बाद हम उस पॉलिसी मैप इनसाइड द क्लास मैप आ जाएंगे, एंड देन यू हैव टू टाइप पुलिस. पुलिस मीन्स analyze, means intercept the packet, check it and analyze these all things. So उसके बाद हम कितने करना चाहते हैं. मैं चाहता हूं कि 800 जो हमारे पैकेट्स हैं या जो भी है वो हमारा इसमें हो. तो कन्फर्म एक्शन मीन्स जो हमने एक्शन करना है वो इसके अंदर कौन सा करना है, दैट इज द ट्रांसमिशन. एंड उसके बाद मैं नहीं चाहता कि कोई एक्सीड एक्शन मीन्स अगर कोई उससे ज्यादा कोशिश करता है सेंड करने की, मोर देन 8000, तो उसकी रिक्वेस्ट को ड्रॉप कर दिया जाए. सो दैट इज एग्जैक्टली द मीनिंग ऑफ दिस कमांड. प्रेस एंटर. So we designed properly, we did that properly. Now let's go back with the exit command, and of course you have to type one more exit and then type, oh sorry, sometime I always always worry about in these all things that how exactly these things work. So because it is new to you also, and I want to tell you guys, अगर आपका ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम जो iOS है अगर वो डिफरेंट है तो वो डिफरेंट जगह काम करेगा. सो डोंट बी कंफ्यूज्ड एवर इन दिस, बिकॉज अगर आप 12.4 यूज कर रहे हैं तो उसमें एक डिफरेंट वे से आपकी पॉलिसी अप्लाई होगी. सो बेटर यू शुड चेक इट बिफोर दैट during this apply. Just like now I'm trying to find out one command I'm not about to find, तो आपके साथ भी ऐसा हो सकता है. तो make sure you should check this iOS properly, as I'm using GNS3 and it definitely I download from Cisco website the newer version of the iOS, so that's why a little bit change is there. So let me come back and let me show you that where the next command is available for you. Guess what guys, I found where the next command is available. It is in the global configuration mode, but लेकिन जो previous OS थे वो command हमारी रहती थी pmap, जैसा कि आप यहाँ पे policy map देख रहे हैं. Then you have to type control plane, but now they change the place which is available right now in the global configuration mode. You have to go after in the control plane, because what exactly this command does, जैसे कि आप देख रहे हैं कि यहाँ पर जो ये राउटर है इसके साथ बहुत सारे इंटरफेसेस कनेक्टेड हैं. यहाँ से भी आपकी रिक्वेस्ट आ रही है, यहाँ से भी, इस नेटवर्क से भी, एंड यहाँ फायरवॉल से भी. सो एग्जैक्टली वी आर ट्राइंग टू कंट्रोल फ्रॉम ईच एंड एवरी इंटरफेस विच इज कनेक्टेड टू द राउटर. सो जो भी रिक्वेस्ट आ रही है इसके पास, we want to intercept and we want to analyze according to the policy map we created. So exactly go to the control plane that we are in the CP. Then of course you have to type service policy and उसके बाद input, and after input जो भी आपने policy जो यहाँ policy बनाई थी, that is ICMP map policy, you have to type the name here. So ICMP map policy. जैसे कि आप टाइप कर देंगे, देन गो बैक, एग्जिट, वी आर आउटसाइड. नाउ लेट्स चेक फर्स्ट विद द शो कमांड दैट बाय डिफॉल्ट हमें वो क्या शो करेगा. देन टाइप शो पॉलिसी मैप. उसके बाद हमें क्या चेक करना है इन द कंट्रोल प्लेन, दैट बाय डिफॉल्ट what policy we applied and what exactly is going on. So press enter, and guys you can see right now we have by default available the set, like what we set is 8000 bit per second ही allowed है. अगर उससे ज़्यादा कोई क्रॉस करने की या ज़्यादा एक्सेस करने की कोशिश करेगा तो ऑटोमेटिकली उसे ड्रॉप कर दिया जाए. दीज आर द एक्शंस, बिकॉज एज यू कैन सी हियर इफ समबडी इज ट्राइंग टू राइट नाउ, बाय डिफॉल्ट किसी ने कोई भी पैकेट को एक्सीड करने की कोशिश नहीं की है. नाउ हाउ यू कैन चेक दिस ऑल थिंग्स कि हमारी ये जो क्लास मैप है, पॉलिसी मैप है या सर्विस मैप है, सब कुछ अच्छे से अप्लाई हुआ है कि नहीं. सो बेटर आई शुड टेल यू वन थिंग. लेट्स गो बैक टू दिस प्लेस एंड लेट्स टेस्ट इट फ्रॉम फायरवॉल. तो जैसे कि पहले हमारा कंटिन्यूसली कम्युनिकेट हो रहा था फ्रॉम 1000 आउट ऑफ 1000. नाउ लेट्स ट्राई टू डू इट अगेन विद द सेम कमांड 1000 एंड लेट्स चेक now. So press enter and you can see guys a little bit difference. You can see the question mark. एक particular time के बाद वो question mark दे रहा है. अगर मैं continuously कोशिश कर रहा हूँ उसके साथ communicate करने के लिए, it is all because of the limit which we applied by using class map, the policy map and the service map. So isn't it good, dear? Because you can completely control and you don't need to apply the security on a specific interface. Just go to the control plane. कितने भी interfaces आपके साथ available हैं, either it is serial interfaces, console ports, auxiliary port, जहाँ जहाँ भी रहेंगे related to ICMP packet. अगर कोई ज़्यादा payload ICMP पैकेट को यूज करने की कोशिश करेगा तो ऑटोमेटिकली वो उसे ब्लॉक करेगा या उसके जो पैकेट है उनको ड्रॉप कर देगा. सो दैट इज एग्जैक्टली द मेन थिंग एंड आई एम जस्ट ट्राइंग टू show you in this particular example. So that is from right now from our firewall. Let it finish first because मैं आपको दिखाना चाहता हूँ कि before it was 1000 out of 1000 जो हमारे पैकेट प्रॉपरली कम्युनिकेट कर रहे थे, एंड डेफिनेटली नाउ एक पर्टिकुलर टाइम के बाद वो क्वेश्चन मार्क दे रहा है. दैट मीन्स इज ड्रॉपिंग द पैकेट्स एज वी कैन सी वेरी क्लियरली. तो मैं आपको दिखाना चाहता हूँ कि व्हाट काइंड ऑफ रिजल्ट यू विल गेट आफ्टर दैट. सो जस्ट वेट फॉर अ मोमेंट एंड देन नाउ इट विल शो यू द रिजल्ट आफ्टर फ्यू सेकेंड्स. ओके, सो नाउ यू कैन सी द सक्सेस रेट इज 93%. उसने काफ़ी सारे ऑलमोस्ट 60 उसने हमारे जो पैकेट्स हैं या जो भी रिक्वेस्ट है उनको उसने ड्रॉप किया अकॉर्डिंग टू दैट. एंड लेट्स ट्राई इट फ्रॉम आवर पीसी नाउ, जो कि पहले प्रॉपरली कम्युनिकेट कर पा रहा था. सो लेट्स गो टू पीसी एंड ट्राई टू, लेट मी क्लियर दिस फर्स्ट. लेट्स ट्राई टू पिंग फर्स्ट अगेन विद द सेम 10.0 बिकॉज आप ये देख रहे हैं कि दिस इज डिफरेंट इंटरफेस एंड डिफरेंट आईपी एड्रेस एंड उसके ऊपर डिफरेंट था. आई एम ट्राइंग टू कम्युनिकेट विद -T बाय डिफॉल्ट. And is it communicate? Yes. Why? Because यहाँ पर हमारा जो ये particular byte है वो that is only 32 bit. Now let me do one thing. Let me change it for you. मैं इसको थोड़ा interesting कर देता हूँ. I mean to say, let me try to go back to 10.0.0.1. Then उसके बाद -T of course, and then -L. L for length. And let me do it for 700 कि मैं उसको एक टाइम के ऊपर 700 में सेंड करूंगा उसका रिक्वेस्ट. देन बेटर डू वन थिंग, लेट्स ट्राई वन मोर टाइम, प्रेस एंटर एंड अब देखते हैं क्या वो कम्युनिकेट कर पा रहा है. 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. Oh, finally, because I in the next one I'm going to increase the value of this, because if you keep increasing you will see the difference. If I increase up to 1200 now, let's say I increase to 1200, first, second byte stopped, because according to the communication वो अगर उसको feel होगा कि it is exceeding the limit, then again stopped, again break the connection or drop the packet, then again communicate, again drop. Please, yes, good. So this is the kind of communication you will find after applying that control plane configuration. Now let's go back to the router once again and try to check the same show command, and let's see now how many packet he confirmed, exceed, और कितने उसने drop किए packet. You can analyze by using the same command again. Once you press enter, and you will find some of the stuff is changing here. There are total 974 packet is coming towards this, is that much bytes, and it is like 72 packets ने exceed करने की कोशिश की थी, and he's dropped almost 2000 bit per second almost. and कितने पैकेट क्लास मैप के साथ मतलब जो हमने एक्सेस लिस्ट अप्लाई की थी उसके साथ मैच किया, and it is in between the 5 minutes is offered the rate. So I hope you get my point that how exactly you can improve security. Definitely it's not the complete scenario right now. We will talk about in detail regarding class map, policy map and service map, but I hope you get some idea regarding this. So guys, that to be all for today. In this video we just talk about that how you can implement the network foundation protections by using 3 basic elements, that is management plane, control plane and the data plane, and we also discuss about many things in that. So I hope you like this video. If you have any query, any question, you can send me the email, or you can write down your comment into the comment box on the YouTube video part. And of course, stay connected, stay tuned, because more to come in CCNA security. And guys, I have many things for you. I mean, I will going to share you almost everything what I experienced in my life, especially in the security. So that to be all for right now. Thank you so much for watching. Have a nice day.